Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation continues with Suhi Mahalla Chautha, Guru Ramdas Ji. And the first stanza, Suhi Mahalla Chautha, Jisno Har Surprasan Hoi, So Har Guna Rave, So Bhagat, So Parvan. तिसकी महिमा क्या वर्णीय जिसके हृदय वसया हर पुरख भगवान जिसनो हर सो प्रसन्न होए. One with whom the divine Har is thoroughly pleased. What does such a person do? So Har Guna Rave. It revels in the virtues of the divine. This is a way of saying that such a person is actually expressing himself or herself to the fullest, fully in harmony with the world around. Productive, creative. That's what So Prasanna Hoi and Har Guna Rave. Such a person is a bhagat, a devotee. So devotion is the key. Parvan, such a life is acceptable. Tiski mahima kya varniye? How can the glory of such a person be described? Within whose heart the all-pervading divine being dwells, meaning has awakened. So this is a shift from external validation to internal alignment, because divine pleasure can only be understood by entering a state of existential grace. And that is a state where the ego's neurosis quiets down, allowing a person to spontaneously embody and sing the higher virtues, singing expression. So it introduces the idea of a self-actualized individual whose mind is completely integrated within itself, free of any societal approval. The Rahau says, it invokes us actually to say, sing the virtues of the sustainer of the universe with your heart and soul. Govind gun gaiye jiyo, lai Satguru naal dhyan. With the Satguru, with the true enlightener, who is the sustainer. Focus your mind on that. Move your attention or bring it within your attention. So move past mere intellectual analysis or rote repetition and engage in an emotional, somatic practice that will realign your ego with universal wisdom, Satguru Naal. So Satguru sa seva Satguru ki safal hai. Fruitful is the service to that true enlightener through whom the true treasure is obtained. Jo duje pae sakat kamana arth durgand sarev de. Jo duje pae, in love of the other, sakat is one who is in love with the other being the world of phenomena. In other words, in whose mind there is this sense of separation, who hasn't awakened to that sense of oneness and is full of desire, kamana. Durgandha Sarevade, they are actually collecting rubbish so nehfal, and they are fruitless. Sab agayan, and it is born out of ignorance. The ignorance being that I am separate. So serving the true enlightener yields supreme treasure, which is psychological and psychic wholeness. The other sakat is living in duja pai, duality. Jisno paratit hove, paratit, one who has the discernment. Tiska gavya thai pave, their singing, meaning their expression, thai pave, is fruitful. It amounts to something. It's stable. So pava dargah man. Dargah, in that state of consciousness where the divine is present, such an individual receives honor, meaning they're admitted into that state of consciousness. Jo bin partiti kapti kudi. Now this is the opposite. Without discernment, which is the ego, what is it earning? It is earning deceit, kapti, and falsity, kudi, because it is attached to impermanence. Akhi meet de. Akhi meet de. They're blind. They have shut their eyes. Unka uttar jayega jhoot guman. Jhoot guman, false pride, will be stripped away. Here the comparison is between authenticity versus performance. Partit, deep faith, is psychological state of being absolutely sincere and vulnerable at the same time. Without this, spirituality is simply a performance. Jeta jio pind sab tera. Jeta, jio pind, this body, this soul belongs to you, tera. Tu antarjami purkh bhagavan. You are the inner dweller, the inner knower, the all-pervading. Dasan das kahe jan Nanak. Nanak is a servant to your servants. But this is what Nanak says. Jeha tu karahe, teha hau kari vakhyan. I speak as you inspire me to speak. This is the surrender of the ego. So this is tracing the psychological journey from performative alienation to authentic integration. The Guru is mapping out the anatomy of human suffering as rooted in a transactional existence, which is duja pai, where we perform goodness or spirituality to satisfy the ego, effectively living a lie. And so our sense of pride is equally fragile. And the antidote offered here is an inner-directed, holistic state of trust, partiti. So true liberation is found when we drop our defensive, curated personas and surrender our illusions of control and allow our lives to become a fluid, authentic expression of the deeper universal consciousness that is already breathing in us. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.